is something I've done a few times, and it's worked out really, really well for me. Maybe it's a good idea for you as well. Now off-road machines, by their very nature, unlike pickup trucks and passenger sedans, don't have a lot of protection in the wheel area. Around, there's no wheel well. This big knobby tire gets wet, dirt, mud, gravel, whatever, and as it comes, it throws it in there. Now that happens to be the gas tank. Look at the dirt. I'll take a close-up. The dirt, it's unbelievable. So every time I go to clean this machine, it takes me extra time because I have to blow all that dirt out of there, and all the components get dirty. So here's what I've done. I've got some material. Now you can use anything you want. If you've got some rubber laying around, or you've got some any kind of a tough, it has to be reasonably stiff. If it isn't stiff, then the mud and dirt will just blow it out of the way, you see? It'll just push it out of the way, and it still goes through. It has to be something that's fairly stiff. And this material, if you happen to live in a country area, I got from my neighbor, who's a farmer. And this particular material, interesting enough, came from one of their machines. I think this actually came from an elevator. So this is a long belt. You can see it. Very, very tough. And I mean, we use metal snips to cut this stuff. Nothing else will cut it. So it's very, very tough. So if you can find some really, really tough material like this, then it's a simple matter of cutting a piece that'll fit in there, and you can usually find a member, frame or body member, to fasten it to. Now I'm going to fasten this to clamps and braces. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. Hang on. Once you get your material cut, you got to cut, around the bits and pieces of frame here and so on, so it fits. Then drill a couple of holes where you want to attach it firmly. You don't need too many. And I like rivets for this kind of job. I like rivets. Not some bolts will work perfectly well, but big holes and so on. So I like rivets. So I've got some rivets with big heads on them. I'm sure you've seen these standard pop rivets, but they have oversized heads. I think you can see them there. I'll take a picture. And then you drill through the material. Put the oversized head on the material side so it doesn't tear, and the pop part is on above the steel. And just put the darn thing in there. Like that. Just that easy. I held the material in place while I drilled through, and there you go. There's your mud flap. Now I'm going to put some more rivets down here, a couple more rivets over there. There you go, guys. All done. Look at that. Tough. I got 3 rivets across the top in this metal. I have 2 rivets down here in that metal support, and I have 3 rivets over here in this plastic, whatever it is here. And it's tough. It's on there good. No more mud will now be going. It's a mud flap. It's a mud flap, sort of this. So the mud will drop off of there. Now you may notice I left the bottom open down here. There's a reason for that. I need to be able to wash it out anyway. Some dirt will get in there, inevitable. So I need to be able to get the garden hose or the power washer in there, clean that slot out, clean all this out, and have the water run out. I don't want it to build up in there. Anyway, great, simple idea. Save you a lot of aggravation and keep your machine clean and lasting longer.